What's up, everybody? It's your favorite minibots, favorite nerd, and today we're going to look at IGear's, I can't even remember, I think it's Cogz and Veer, I think. And there's a lot, these are older toys, so chances are you've already made up your mind on them, and that's cool. I got some new stuff coming very soon, just waiting for it to arrive in the States, but chances are you've already made your opinion about these guys, but I still think it's worth talking about them, because there's a lot to say about them. They're old, so I debated on whether or not to go over the transformation, and I suppose I will. But I'm only going to transform one, obviously, and then we'll kind of go from there. So let's take a look at one. This is their Gears, and his name is Cogz, I think. And you know I hate the weapon on top, but at least there's a place for it, I guess. So let's take that off. And it's just kind of a chunky monkey. It does roll. This sheen that you're picking up here is from the light. It looks more of a matte paint in real life than a glossy paint. I got red specks of paint there. The red paint is not very vibrant. It's more of a, I don't even know, like a salmon-esque, maybe. Not as bad as Veer, but far from perfect. There's some discrepancy on the transformation of this. I have it here because it looks like that's maybe supposed to be a tail light or something, but you can also flip them all the way down to just totally have this whole bit exposed. Front grille, underneath, bot's face is totally exposed. You can't wrap it around because it exposes the other head. Everything else kind of just, it doesn't hide much, I guess. And they're not much in disguise if they ever got to get a oil change or anything. But so that's him. Here is my my G1. This is the one I had from when I was a kid. So he's in a little rough shape. Got the shield on sideways. And, you can see there's a pretty good likeness. Somehow I feel like this is better. The paint is definitely better. As far as they're both kind of exposed the same way. But yeah. So let's get them transformed. So I always try to do transformations as they come. My thought process being that people get the toy and then wonder how to transform it, don't want to waste their time with the instructions, so they're going to go. So it comes in the box as a truck. So let's get them transformed. If I can. The legs flip out. And split apart. And then we got little feet niblets. And how do they? There we go. It's been a while. So they flip out that way. Arms pull out. And I'll tell you, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Transformer toys when the arms pull out. It always makes me a little nervous because I feel like usually the plastic where it pulls out is a little, I don't know, dainty. And then these side pieces where the doors are, they kind of flip up to expose like some sort of rocket belt bit, which I suppose is just their attempt to hide a little bit of kibble. And then this whole piece here on the back, once you got the kibble rockets, I get this. See, that's exactly what I'm talking about. This whole piece flips around, and then you got the arms, and then they come out like that, and down like that, and then you put his gun in his hand. Pretty simple transformation, and there you got him. Now let's talk about articulation a little bit. Head is on a swivel. It's really hard to turn, and it's it also has this other G1 face on the back. We'll get to that in a minute. Arms are on like a hinge here that hinges, and then it also swivels, and that's pretty cool. And then the no bicep swivel, but we do have an elbow hinge, which gets you way back this way, not too much this way, because it's kibble here. That's a word that we're going to keep repeating, kibble, kibble, kibble. Ball joint at the elbow too, so you got a little bit of there, and then nothing for the wrist. Waist is on a swivel, blocked once again by the, that's right, kibble. You got universal joints for the thighs, or hips rather, thigh swivel, knee hinge. You get more than 90 degrees due to transformation, and you got a little bit of foot tilt, I guess, for lack of a better term, which is also more to transformation. So if you work hard, you can get some poses out of them, but you know, kibble is greatly, I mean, look at it all. Look at all that. Look at all that. Look at all that. Oh, I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, it's can you imagine fighting a 4 million year war with all that stuff hanging off you? It would be like, what's up, bros? Somebody need me for the battle? For the big battle? Or what? I'm ready. You know, I guess that's legit. So yeah, there's the paint is off. This big round piece here kind of seems silly. It doesn't seem right. I don't know. This came out a while ago, and like the third-party bar has since been raised. So this is like it's not in the ball game anymore. You know, this is outdated. You know, it was the closest thing resembling a G1 Gears in its time, which it was only like a year ago. But it's just its time has already passed. Like, people are beating this now. I mean, look at the Maketoys Gears, if he stands. You know, it's just a shorter, but he's just a cleaner overall unit. Now, I haven't snapped his wrist in, but now the you know, now the other thing is he doesn't transform to the same vehicle, so he's got a little bit of advantage there, perhaps. But you know, he's just better overall. So and I guess let's throw in the G1 guy. You know, so you know, I'm sure it's certainly an advantage there. But you know, and now let's take he does have the G1 face. Let's switch that around, and it's not easy. So I'm gonna get my my multi-tool out here. This was given to me by my buddy Adam. He doesn't equip to endure. It's actually his birthday today, so he's kind of a big deal. And try not to scratch the paint or anything. But and there you go. And now he's got his G1 face. You see, if you're into that sort of thing, which I'm not. I'm into G1, but I'm more cartoon based, I feel like, than toy based. Now I've lost my G1 Swerve somewhere in the mix. But first of all, the first thing that strikes you is this pink. You know, it should be much more of a red, like the Maketoys one. Once again, superior unit, but the face is like it's in the ballpark, but it's not perfect. His swivels around as well. I'm not gonna go through it, but I will show it to you. So just hold on a bit. And actually his turned a lot easier. But same articulation. Same kibble mess. I didn't even flip this part up because it really doesn't make that big of a difference. You know, you know, it doesn't really clean up any better just to have that in there. Okay, so I figured out what that part is for. Just took me a minute to remember. So you turn this piece up like we talked about, and then you can lift that up and you have like a jetpack. Now my question The reason, well, let's first start with why I didn't remember this, because it doesn't make any sense. And my question is, how much money did we spend to make sure that this could hinge, both pieces, and to make sure that this could swivel, that this whole back assembly could swivel? How much money did we spend there for something that's pretty dumb and pretty useless? And then how much money would that have saved us that we could have either A, put back into the design, or B, brought down the price point? The world may never know. You know, and it's not like if you're a fan, real big fans of the characters. I'm a big Swerve fan, so I'm thinking about keeping them. But like, thanks to IDW. But like, if you're a Swerve fan, like, or a Gears fan, like, they're worth having if you can get them for like $30 a pop, something like that. But I think I spent $40, and I feel robbed. Real quick, first I wanted to show you them both in vehicle mode, and you know, so you can see they're pretty much the same mold aside from the face and some of the detailing on the chest. You know, on the positive side, I will say that it's on the negative side. It's really hard to ignore all that pink, but in this mode. But on the positive side, I will say that the plastic feels pretty good, and they feel sturdy, and the joints are really tight on him, and pretty tight except for the hips on him. They're not loosey goosey. They're not, you know, doing the Hasbro dance, but you know, they're not hateful. So you know, we'll throw in so there he is with you know, with the Maketoys bit, and we'll do the G1 also, and Masterpiece Sideswipe, or Red Alert rather. And you know, they kind of scale well with Masterpieces. I will give them that. Here's IGear's Cosmos. Now he's repro labeled up, but I think he's a much more oh, and here's IGear's Hinge, which is Brawn, and like, I think they're much more effective. Like, I think that they're much more you know, a much better representation. And then IGear's Huffer, which is a little on the small side. So scale wise, he's going to scale with your classics, okay, and he's going to scale with your masterpieces, okay, which is a nice bonus. But you know, that's about the only, you know, real nice thing I have to say about him. So for final thoughts, this is what I can tell you. I met the guy that designed these. Really cool guy. He's designed a lot of great figures. Like, he designed Brawn. He also designed Hexatron, the Mastermind 6-shot. He had a lot to do with the Predacons, the Mastermind Predacons. So he's done a lot of great figures. I think that it's not so much him, it's kind of probably how much IGear, you know, paid him, you know, and how much IGear wanted to sell him for in the end, which is where the sacrifice came from. Now, if I read a third-party article recently where they said that this inside guy, said that the IGear company is not known for really caring much about it. They're just kind of in it for the buck, and I don't so much see that with him. But I definitely see it with these two. So if you can get them for a cheap price and you're big fans of the characters, I say they're worth getting. Otherwise, definitely skip them. Pick up the Maketoys instead, or wait for some sort of masterpiece, you know, proper masterpiece kind of to come around, either by Takara or a third-party company. Other than that, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Until next time, take care. This is one of the worst figures I got of 2013.